At Lincoln Center's Avery Fisher Hall, the Couture Council of the museum at the Fashion Institute of Technology bestowed Karl Lagerfeld with the 2010 Fashion Visionary Award for his unparalleled work at Chanel.
A visionary, somebody who is not short-sighted. I'm short-sighted.
Those in attendance disagreed with the self-effacing designer.
But he is a visionary because what's extraordinary about him, he always grasps a new idea. He gets the new idea and he understands what the future is.
It's an incredible achievement to have safeguarded the prestige of a house like Chanel, but also moved it forward.
He has taken that label, dusted it off, and turned it into a really vibrant, funky, modern label. Everybody now knows Chanel.
He's been, for the past, 30 years, the #1 fashion designer in the world. People follow his trends. Whatever he designs becomes an object of desire.
If he's not a visionary, then nobody is. Well, I'm going to talk about how witty and fun he is and how hilarious and intelligent. He's the Oscar Wilde of fashion. When Karl Lagerfeld was asked by his mother what he would like for his birthday when he was 4, he replied, "A valet." Karl Lagerfeld on respect. I respect nothing, no one, including myself. Respect is not a very creative thing.
Diane Kruger had the honor of presenting the award to Lagerfeld.
Almost every woman in the world, from Kansas City to Kyoto, owns a piece of your design. And those who don't want to, badly. I think you have shown us such beauty in the past years, but really, it is the future that holds our breath. So I'm very, very pleased to give you the Visionary Award today.
I don't know, it's a good idea to give me an award because myself I would never agree to give me an award because I'm never happy and pleased with myself. I hope always the next time it will be better.
At the museum at FIT, Dr. Valerie Steele called its archives to shed light on Karl Lagerfeld's impact on Chanel.
In a way, he was like a kind of doctor who brought in shock treatment to the house of Chanel to make it all really lively again. Here, for example, you see a classic Chanel suit from the 1950s. This was really her brilliant uniform that she developed. Chanel developed a kind of feminine but also somewhat androgynous uniform. Notice her use of menswear fabrics and a very kind of classic look. When Lagerfeld took over in the 80s, the House of Chanel had been in decline for a few years. And what he did was rejuvenate the house by ratcheting up all of the elements of the DNA. So he made the shoulders broader, he made hemlines higher and longer, he brought in new materials like denim and leather, and he also exaggerated some of the components like the classic CC logo and the buttons. He took some of her classic looks like the suit and he made it more modern, more relevant for contemporary women. He also added more sex appeal. So here, notice how he's also pinched in the waist, put a big bow on, done things that were more sort of feminine. Lagerfeld also did some amazingly beautiful evening dresses. This one here is inspired by the 18th century. Chanel herself was a real modernist, and she brought in a sort of streamlined modernity. But Lagerfeld is really a postmodern designer. He's someone who's capable of drawing on styles from the past, even as far distant as the 18th century, and making them completely contemporary. I think the signatures of Chanel under Lagerfeld are the classic Chanel suit and the classic accessories and the elegance of the evening wear. But the thing that's made him so successful is he's taken that DNA and he's carried it to the point where There are waiting lists for nail polish by Chanel. This is the degree of fashion mania that surrounds Lagerfeld's work for Chanel.
You know, fashion is a spirit of time expressed on the shortest deadline.